Hello everyone, I'm Mike, and in today's video on the Minecraft Creator channel, what we're going to create is a custom lucky block for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Now, a lucky block, if you're not familiar, it's basically this block that you can place inside of the world that can have some lucky and maybe sometimes unlucky behaviors for how it actually works. Usually it'll spawn some, delightful little surprise that you can then go put into your inventory and have fun with. Now, in our case, what we're going to do is we're going to come to this website, mctools.dev. This is a Minecraft Creator Tools site. It's still in preview, so there's probably still some bugs all over the place, but it should be good enough for laying the foundation of actually creating our lucky block that we're going to show you today. We'll also use tools like Blockbench, which is a nice tool for actually creating custom models and custom designs for your blocks. So in this case, what we're going to do is you can see this wall of different types of starters. These are all different starter projects for different types of things, whether you want to create a custom sword or a custom mob. But in our case, what we want to do is we want to use this create starter block as our starter. We're going to call this lucky block like so, and my creator name is Mike. So this is going to automatically create the name and title for our lucky block. Now, across this, you can see a number of different options on the left-hand side. I can customize the properties of my lucky block. But what we're going to do is we are going to get started in customizing the model for our lucky block. And to do that, I selected the model and I said download as Blockbench like so. And this just downloaded a BB model file, which then I can open up inside of Blockbench. Now, Blockbench has been installed on my PC. You can get it from the link below. But what you can see here is now I can actually customize the visuals of our lucky block. And since our starter was a crate that's kind of close to a lucky block, you can see it's got this interior and it's got a number of different supports that are on the various sides. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to choose a nice yellow color and I'm going to paint the interior like this. I like the shape of the crate. I just want to give it a different paint job. So in this case, I'm just going to give it this nice, very bright, very festive, you won't miss it, color for the lucky block like so. Oops, it's a little bit too far. Let's do this like this. All right, good enough. And then, oh, no, I don't like that. Yeah, let's make sure I paint it the right way. Like so that it doesn't bleed over onto the interior like this. Okay, there we go. Perfect. All right, so the other part of a lucky block, of course, is it has to have a delightful amount of surprise. So let me just go select my paintbrush like this. All right, so I've got my Blockbench model, a bunch of different cubes. Obviously, you can make this look a lot nicer and a lot cooler, but this is just a start for us to get started. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to hit File, Save Project, and this will save the BB model file. And then what I can go do is then I can come back into MC Tools, the website, and I can just drag and drop this on. And what this will do is it'll integrate the model into MC Tools so that I can then say, you can see that now it's got all my pretty question marks like this, and I've customized it. The other thing we can do is we can customize the properties of our lucky block. So in this case, for example, I can go and add a destructible by mining component, which configures, how quick it is to mine. So let's make this, let's make this a little tough. So I can say it takes 5 seconds to destroy like this. And I can, let's add a display name component, and we are going to call this lucky block like so. So this would be maybe typically you would have a link to a language file where you can localize it, but we're just going to call this lucky block for now. And then the other thing you can do that is super cool is you can actually add a little bit of code. So in this case, I'm going to add a set of actions, and this is a bit of TypeScript code that we can then go work with. So what we want to do is we want to have a player interaction event. So I'm going to say player interact event like this, and I'm going to say on player interact like so, player block player interact event like this. And so you can see, okay, this is our event, and I'm going to make sure that this is always callable inside of our function, and it has the context of this function. So I'm going to bind it, which you have to do in the constructor. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we want to say world.sendMessage, like this, just to say, hey, it's lucky, cool. But the other thing we want to do is we want to have a little bit of a fancy sound with this. So what I'm going to do is I have this OGG file, this Woodsprung OGG file, which I got from freesound.org. Link to the credit and the sound that I used is in the description. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag this into mctools.dev like this. And this will add our audio file, which I can go, yeah, Just a nice little spring sound like that. I'm going to come back to my block type. I'm going to go back to actions, select my actions like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to say world.play sound like this. And I'm going to say the name of this is wood sprung. And we're going to play this at e.block.location like this, like so. So that's the very basic fundamentals of our lucky block. Now, it's got to be a lucky block. So what we want to do is we want to spawn some items. So I'm going to say, let's see, Minecraft item types. This is a stock set of item types that you can use like so. So I'm going to say import this from Minecraft vanilla data like this. And then what we're going to go do is we are going to have a list of potential items. So we're going to say items equals Minecraft item types. What do we want to go spawn? Let's go spawn some gold blocks and Minecraft item types dot diamond leggings and Minecraft swords like so. Iron sword. And let's do a golden apple, because why not? Always fun. So this is just a list of items that you can spawn, like so. Okay, so let's go actually spawn it. So what we are going to do is we're going to choose our item. Let item equals items. Let's say this dot items. So picking from our list of items, we're going to say math.random times this dot items dot length like this. And we're going to put this in a floor function. So basically what this is saying is pick anything from the list of items that we have. Times items. All right, so this is going to say pick anything from our list of items to go select an item. And then what we're going to do is we are going to say e.dimension.spawn item like this. And we're going to create an item stack object. And we're going to use the item that we randomly picked. And we're going to say, one of those is the amount, and we are going to spawn that at the location of the block like this. Okay, I need to add an import for item stack as the final touch, hopefully. Okay, so what this will do is it's basically just, as you can see, it'll play a sound, it'll send a message, and it'll choose an item, and then it'll go spawn that. And now it's time to actually try this inside of Minecraft. So what I'm going to do is say download a flat world with packs like this. And this will download an MC World file. And so what I can do is go hit play, and this is the world that has my test lucky block inside of it. So this is nice and fancy, so I can say set block like this in front of me, or near me anyway. And there we go. Now we have our lucky block like this with our delightful little question marks on top of it, like so. And you can see, when I actually right click on it, it says lucky, and it'll spawn a number of different items into the world. Sorry, fun with sound effects. Anyway, all right, so that's just the very basic fundamentals of our lucky block. Now, the next thing we want to add to this is some danger. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to add a custom block state. So sometimes we want this block to maybe be a little bit unlucky, and you can add these custom properties to your custom blocks to customize how they actually go work. So I'm going to add a true false state. I'm going to call this unlucky like so, like this, and we're going to have this property called unlucky. So now when I come back into my function like this, we're going to make it sometimes unlucky. So what I will do is I will say if e.block.permutation.get state Mike, I have to give it the full name, Mike Luck, and then I call this unlucky like this, equals true, equals true. And let's just say, let's go roll the dice, or generate a random number between 0 and 1. And if that's less than 0.5, what we're going to do is we're going to say unlucky, like so, else, and let's go put all the lucky stuff in its own function. Okay, so when you're unlucky, what we're going to do is we are going to say e.dimension, and what we'll do is we will spawn an item. And this item, we're not going to spawn an item. What are we thinking? We're going to create an explosion. Nope. Create an explosion. All right, and we are going to say e.block.location like so. And we're going to give it a radius of 10. And we're going to say, by the way, don't actually break the lucky block, because that would be no fun if it actually broke the lucky block when you did this. So this is just a little bit of our unlucky behavior like this. And the cow approves. And we are going to go try this inside of our Minecraft world. So we've got all our code. We've got our custom block state. Let's go try this out. All right, so we're going to generate a new world. We're going to exit out of this one. And we're going to go create that one. 640, like so. Okay, so now let's go place our lucky block like this. And you can see that this one still just always has a lucky behavior associated with it. But if I do this and I say Mike unlucky equals true, and so I set up a block with a custom block state like this, now what'll happen is, yeah, see, sometimes it's unlucky. Really unlucky. I'm not rolling very good. There we go. Boy, I just had an unlucky streak, quite the unlucky streak there. Okay, so this was just implementing a custom lucky block for Minecraft. Obviously from here you can do a lot of fun things to customize how it works. You can certainly make it look better. You can change a number of the different properties. But this is just getting started with creating your own different types of blocks for Minecraft. And we did a little bit of custom component code, everything you need to create some awesome stuff for Minecraft. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And yeah, hopefully you have good fun creating inside of Minecraft. Thanks for watching.